Hey, this is Matt once again. We're back to another video. This is a paid request for Tomas. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, this is for... I have to do this. I have to do this because I need to get my head on straight. Because I feel like I want to sneeze my brain through my nose. I also do this because when my brain goes through BS like this, it needs a bit of massage. Sadly, no happy endings here. I wish, though. Lady come in to massage this and massage this. And even that down there. John and the Whole Lot of Nothing. That should be the title of this movie. John and the Whole Lot of Nothing. John the Whole, not the asshole. Although I feel like an asshole. But I shouldn't, because Tomas was very gracious. Thanks for the paid request. I'm surprised this is not an A24 film. In fact, I had to double and triple check to make sure that it wasn't, because it acts like an A24. Not so much like The Disaster Artist, and some of those movies are pretty good, Uncut Gems, but more like their horror or thriller. Although, would I even call this any of those? Not really. It's psychological drama, whatever the hell it wants to be. There's not a whole lot to talk about. It's one of those movies where if you stare, that all equals art. If a shot lingers and lingers and lingers, that automatically equals artistry. No, it doesn't. Lingering shots does not automatically equal art. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. You're not Stanley Kubrick or any of the sort. A non-existent plot, thinking it's going to go somewhere with its themes, but it never goes anywhere. The story. This dopey kid who's like 13 years old or so, who's living a pretty decent life. I mean, he's got a nice place. His sister's a little bit bitchy, but nothing worse than you see on an everyday basis. In fact, on an everyday basis, you probably see a lot worse than this. A lot worse. His parents seem like decent people. They even ask him, how's your day going? How are you doing? He's able to go to tennis lessons. I'd love to be in a place where you get fucking tennis lessons. Play video games, not being mocked, doesn't seem like being bullied at school. Seems like things are going fine. And then one day he's out with his drone and he finds a hole back there. And they have like a lot of acres of land. So some whiny rich kid with rich people problems, I guess. John and the rich people problems. Maybe that's what it should be called. Again, the parents even ask if he's okay. He's wondering, what's that hole? And they go, well, oh yeah, maybe that was... Yeah, at one point someone wanted to build a bunker, but they kind of stopped quickly because they ran out of money. And no one has ever filled that hole up. And then one day, the gardener, he's talking with the guy, asking these inane questions, and then hey, you want a drink? And drugs the gardener. Now, the guy wakes up later, and he doesn't really ask questions as to how the hell he got drugged, or go to a doctor. Maybe if you go to a doctor, the doctor could fucking see you have this stuff in your system. Did you drink anything beforehand? Maybe something accidentally got put in the glass. Maybe the glass, there was something in it wasn't clean. No one acts like a human being in this. Oh yeah, Michael C. Hall from Dexter's in this as the dad. Very thankless role. I'm like, this is a pretty good actor, and that's the best he did. He was good in Cold in July. He's even good in this film called Gamer with Gerard Butler. I've seen clips of Dexter, bits and pieces here or there. He seems like he does a solid job on that. This is the best he could get? A film that sounds like a fucking bad porno? So then this guy gets the idea that he drugs his parents and his older sister and puts them in the hole. They can't get out of the hole. They wake up in the hole. They're confused. They don't know what's going on. They wonder if John is okay. Even when they see him, they try to taunt him, but he doesn't say anything. One of the parents even wonder, is someone making him do this? Are they forcing you? He never talks to them. Once in a while he comes out, gives them some food, and so forth. Now you're wondering where this is all going. Some would say, oh, this is a kid who maybe he's trying to learn how to be an adult, he's trying to be on his own, but in such psychological drastic measures. Maybe this is a kid learning how, you could try to be a grown up and on your own, but at the same time you'll have, possible loneliness and boredom. You really don't get much of a motivation from the guy. Maybe that's another thing that it's trying to say, is that sometimes this stuff happens and there's no motivation. Just like sometimes people do bad things and they don't get any repercussion or punishment. What the fuck is trying to say? You have to make it up in your own mind. Because the movie doesn't do much of a job of trying to go to any direction. Instead, it just meanders for way too long of a running time. Unless this was 5 minutes long, it's too long of a running time. Because the rest of the movie is just a kid. He'll play video games. He eats. He'll give his family food, and the family will eat, and they're wondering what's going on, and what happened, and did you notice anything? What could we have done wrong? And no one has any answers. The kid plays video games and talks to his buddy. He's able to drive the car. He gets money from the ATM. Someone comes by and he goes, oh, they left on an emergency to see our grandpa who's in the hospital. He invites his friend over, and his friend, they do weird stuff, like they try to drown each other. Some story about someone's thought they saw the Virgin Mary or whatever the hell, so they're trying to drown each other. Do you think that's going to lead to something bigger? No, it's just, I try to drown you, gasp, I try to drown you, gasp, let me try to drown you again, gasp, and then they go on their merry fucking day. Even the point to the kid drives his friend, gets some cash, and gives to him, and his friend's like, why are you giving him this? No, you keep it. Which, okay, maybe that's like one of the few things a normal human being does, because yeah, it's a bit weird if your friend just gets a bunch of money from the ATM, gives it to you. I'm like, no, either your parents don't find out and talk shit to me, or cops don't be coming on my door. No. So I don't blame the guy. And the kid wanders around. He aimlessly walks around. He's bored in his home. He cooks some fucking noodles. A friend of his mom's comes by and she notices something's up. I forget if it was a friend of his mom or his sister. One of the two. They come, I think his mom. Just he keeps asking her about how old she is. I'm not going to tell you. Well, my mom's, like 50. Are you all 50? Why, do you want to fuck her? It's supposed to be some symbolism of this kid wanting to be a girl. I don't know what the fuck kind of symbolism it is. Even on that front, it doesn't work. I like a normal kid and get a fucking hooker. If you have so much goddamn money. Well, he's 13 years old, to be fair. Although, I mean, there's some sickos out there. Maybe then that'll lead into some horrible things that happens, where then it teaches them a lesson about how you may think you're a grown-up, but you're only 13 years old, and the real world is a lot more dangerous than you thought, and you actually had it pretty well with your... Like, some kind of meaning, some kind of point. There's no fucking point this movie gathers. Goes on, plays fucking tennis. And the coach is like, I don't have the money, and blah, blah, blah. The mom's friend leaves. The cops come by, knock on the door. They head out. Seems like they never come back again. You think I would think the cops would be a lot more over than just one time. Until one day he kind of listens to the family, and particularly the sister, and sees how they are all dirty and muddy and kind of starving Marvins, and he puts the ladder down. The family gets up, they go back. The John runs off. They see him in a pool. They thought, oh my god, did he drown? He did, and he's just in the pool. And then they go about their day as if everything's normal. Just having dinner. They're not going to look into what happened. I mean, this kid did a psychopathic or sociopathic, maybe sociopathic line of thinking that could have starved his own family. Psychiatrist, psychologist, Dr. Phil, Dr. Marvin, Dr. Detroit. Get some motherfucker over. But no, they just go along their day. And if that's the point they're trying to make, is that these are parents of passiveness and they don't do anything. They don't really make it like, maybe have some moments where they showcase the history of this kid in the past, how he's done things for attention, and they just go along with it, or they never punished him, or they never did this and that. Or I don't know what the fuck its point was trying to be, other than be boring. Oh, then they throw in this random useless subplot about this other girl named Lily, which the mom says, I'm going to tell you a story about this kid named John. Was the Princess Bride? Tell the kid a story. Yeah, the never-ending story. And then on that subplot, the mom says, the reason I'm telling you the story is because I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you, and I left you enough money to stay here for a year, and then after that, you on your own. And the girl's like, I don't know, 11, 12 years old, and she's trying to talk to the mom, why are you doing this, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. It's why the mom is leaving the girl, and why he's going to just enough money to rent a place for a year. You know how much fucking money that is? And I'm sitting there going, wouldn't the girl just call the cops and go, hey, this lady abandoned me? That's what you would do. I'm like, little girl, you call 911. You say, I'm 11 years old. My mommy abandoned my ass. And even said this. I don't know what to do. That's what you do. You call the cops. What am I going to do? I got nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to go. Hey, little girl, you call 911. That's what you do. You call 911, and they'll put you in a foster care, and the money will probably go into your account or something else, and blah, blah, blah. And they probably arrest the mom because she deserves it, and all that jazz. So, to the little girl, I'm like, it's 3 numbers. You call 9, then a 1 and a 1. That's what you do. So, you know. And then the last scene of the movie is the girl wandering around the woods. Why? I don't know. Artsy fartsy bullshit upon bullshit. I think that's why Tomas wanted me to watch this, because he knew it was artsy fartsy bullshit upon bullshit. It was boring. It was a slog. It's awful. Awful movie. Waste of Michael C. Hall's talent. Just lingering shots that take forever and slow the pacing down. And I think if you hold a shot for such a long time, then something artistic will happen. And you're such a director for the Cannes Film Festival, whatever the fuck your goal was, buddy. I wouldn't hire you to direct a goddamn wedding. I wouldn't hire you to direct a fucking YouTube video, dude. Especially write one. So this was garbage. Garbage fucking film. That's really all there is to say. Thanks for watching. Take care. John and a whole lot of nothing. Can kiss my asshole. How about that, John and the Kiss My Asshole Club? Like the Kiss My Ass Vince McMahon Club? How about the John Kiss My Butthole? Just like you kiss Zeus's butthole. John, you fuck. And lick the nuts too. Shit. Shit.